in the studio that we do bar in. So we'll just like tie the other one around, but
yeah.
Okay. So we'll have the band close by, and then we'll throw the weights in later.
Okay.
And a chair. So go feet right underneath of hips. We'll just kind of start rocking front to back. So we'll get our alignment in. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep. I'm going to mute myself now.
Yeah, and mute. And then pressing through the toes, through the balls of the feet, getting into a few pelvic curls. Drawing the tailbone down, and then engaging, lifting, pulling the belly button in and up. So we lengthen out through the back. I did some really good core work on my reformer, and like 2 days ago, and my abs are still like, wow, that feels amazing. So we'll do 2, and 1, and then draw the ribs to the hips. So you can go ahead and pop them, and then pull the ribs down. So we get that length down across the torso. We'll do 2, and 1, good morning, and then roll it up. So just get some good alignment going. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide the shoulder blades back and down. And then we'll pedal through the feet, just lifting one heel then the other. Then we'll do 2, and 1, and then make it a lift. Push the heel in to the floor. So you'll lift actually through the body, and then keeping the chin parallel to the floor. So we're going to find height all the way up through the crown of the head as we lift it tall to the ceiling. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both heels come down and up. So just find those calf raises, that lift here. And then press through the toes, through the balls of the feet. See where you can start to wake up and get some heat up through the back of the body here. So we'll find that in the calves, into the hamstrings, into the glutes. So just press and lift the heels so you find that releve. Anchoring evenly down between the toes, between the balls of the feet. Come up, hold. So hold in that balance, hold in that little lift. Create some heat and just feel it. Lift the arms up and down. Lift. So draw the shoulder blades back and down. And then if you want, you can come all the way up and down with the arms. Being really careful not to pop the chest, not to press the arms forward, not to sink into the back. And the movement here helps to steady. Well, it helps our body to have to work to steady. Hi, Ladybug. Go eat breakfast. We'll do 2, and 1. Hold up here, and then a little push back through the arms. As we balance through the feet, as we lift the heels, as we draw the toes into the floor, as we keep that belly button lifted and engaged. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. See if you can stay in your balance. We'll slowly come down into a squat. And then we'll slowly open up. So I want you to squeeze into your glutes as you lift. So we'll come down, pressing the butt. Imagine that your butt is right there at the chair. And then you slowly come up. Right, you're going to bring yourself down, almost like you're trying to hover, like you really want to sit, but you're going to use the glutes. And then you're going to lift to come back up. So it's this nice, slow movement. Down. Then we'll take it a little quicker. We're going to come down, down, up, down, down, up, up. Seeing if we can use that heat that we created through the calves, through the hamstrings, into the glutes to help find that lift, to find that support. Lift, lift, down, down, up. We'll do 2. 2, lift, lift, one more down, down, up, then single, squat, lift, press, lift. Push the toes, balls of feet as you press, squeeze, press. So you find that movement as you press in through the toes, through the balls of the feet, so you can keep the heels lifted. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and hold. Hold there. And then slide the shoulder blades back and down. We drop the heels down, up, down, up. Press, lift, press. Love that. Can you go have breakfast, please? We'll do 2 and 1. Hold and just balance here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels and then reach. Take a nice side bend to lengthen up across the ribs. Hey, love bug, can you please go upstairs and go eat breakfast? And then come up.
It's not time for breakfast.
I think it is time for breakfast. Then come up. I want you to face your chairs. And then you'll have it so like the seat is facing you rather than having the back facing you. Hey, I need to show it. You're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come into a slight little roll down. And then press the hands onto the chair. Then step the feet out. So you're going to come into a plank. Your shoulders are going to be right over your wrists rather than out. So you're just going to hold that plank on the chair. And then your right leg lifts and tap. Lift and tap. So brace into your belly and then look at the back edge of the chair. Just to make sure we don't look down. So we're going to keep alignment all the way through the head of the neck. It's just this nice long lift and tap. We'll do 2 and 1. Hold there. So you're going to hold the balance. You're going to shift forward an inch, back an inch. Shifting from that left foot. Press forward and back. Might feel a little bit like those calf raises here, only we've changed the position of the body. A little push. And then reset both feet down. Tricep push-ups here so the elbows squeeze to the ribs. We press and we lift. Press. Let the elbows actually connect to the rib cage as you push, as you drop. We'll do 2 and 1. Come up, hold. Hold at the top and then switch legs. So that left leg is going to lift, tap. See, we can find great control within that movement to draw up and down. Squeezing into the glutes and the hamstring. Keep the neck long for great alignment. And we'll do 2 and 1 up and hold here. Take that shift forward and back. Forward an inch, back an inch. So it's a super small little movement here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the belly, cross back, lengthen here. And then come up. If you have a band, we're going to use the bands. So you can either, if you have just a regular long band, you can tie the resistance band around your thighs. Or if you have the loop band, you can just step into it. I love these. These are one of the few things that you can still find.
I'm taking a shower.
And just make sure that you have some room as far as where your chair is. So with that band around, if you have it, still making sure that we step feet hip distance apart. So we're gonna squat, lift. So pushing into the band without actually opening up the knees. So everything's still gonna track in alignment as we squat, as we lift. And then still imagine that you're sitting right above that chair, then you're using the glutes to draw up. That press, that lift up here. But using the band gets a little extra input for the outside of the body here. Working the outer thighs. Especially if you sit and tend to cross your legs, the way that it pulls on the side here, this begins to just strengthen everything back to alignment. That press, lift, squat, up, down. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, hold right here, pulse, pulse, pulse. So as you pulse, keep it in the butt. Push the hips down an inch, up an inch, down, down. Rather than in the knees, right? It can be so easy to bounce there, but just press, press, press. And then draw the belly button up. Right? It can be easy to tuck, to extend, and then pull up here. Lengthen the pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, hold right here. We lift right heel, left heel, lift, lift. Can you stay low in your squat? Almost like you're still sitting in a chair. And you just pop up, up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that right heel up. Squat, little pulse, pulse, pulse. So you've got a little extra resistance in that right thigh, pushing into the band as you focus in on the left glutes. We'll do 4, 3, 2. Hold right there. Your right leg hinges on the ball of the foot. We open and close. Opening. So this left hip stays stable. We externally rotate through the hip. Opening up here. So it's this slight little pivot from the hip to the toes. Hold right here and then pulse. Pulse. You get a little push back here. As we stay low, as we press in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, left heel up, right heel up, left, right. So stay in that squat, lift. Find that alternating movement, heel, heel. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that left heel up, pulse, pulse, pulse. So see if you can keep the weight centered because it tends to want to shift. So find the center of the body here. Chin, belly. 4, 3, 2. Hold right here and then pivot from the hip. Just open, in, open. And as you do that, try to be careful that we don't shift the whole body. Right? It's just going to press 1, out. As you get into the outer hip, the outer glutes here. And you've got this resistance through the right leg, holding you steady. We'll do 4, 3, 2, open up, hold right here, and then just pulse through that right, left leg. Pulse, pulse. Just push it back, push, push, push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Right heel, left heel. Alternate. Lift, lift. And then making sure the knees are aligned with the toes with the hips. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both heels down. Squat. Down, lift, down. Little press, squeeze, press, and lift. We get push, drop, down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna squat here, tap, squat, little tap in, out. So you've got that extra push with the band. Or not. Right, you can still imagine that you're pressing the thigh up, tap. Reached out, in, switch legs, out, in, out. Right, every time we come back in, we're still resetting to that parallel position. Press, lift, press, lift. So we're gonna hold nice and deep and switch. Little tap, in, hand love bug. Can you go up? Did you eat breakfast?
No.
2. And switch here.
I did.
Out.
I
In. Out.
Mom, I sprayed some water on them.
Okay, please don't touch that. Please go upstairs. Thank you.
Huh.
And we'll do 4, 3, 2,
Poo.
and 1. Come in, squat. All the way up, all the way down.
Ladybugs don't eat breakfast.
Ladybugs don't eat breakfast?
No.
A little press and lift.
But they're only French stuff.
Here, then I want you to come and have a seat here, okay? So everybody can still see. Do you want to work out with me? And then we'll do 4, 3, and then we'll combine that squat and that lift here. So we'll squat, lift, squat. Stay with that same side, press, reach it out, press, press. And then lift the edge of the foot, down, up, down, and reach. So you still have this great resistance, this work and the standing hip. As you squat, reach, down, up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and hold right here. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Try not to tip too far. Brace, nice and strong, into the belly here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to squats. Down, up, down. We'll do 2. And then add the lift to the other side. Squat, lift, squat, lift, press, squeeze, press, and lift. Down. Resetting into parallel every time we land. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and hold. Take those pulses up, up, up. So you can find that height all the way through the crown of the head. Lifted, relax the shoulders, pulse it here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, squat. I know, super squat heavy this morning. So really engage in the glutes. Can you squeeze the cheeks every time you come up? Can you press? Can you lift? For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, hold and pulse.
Oh,
Pulse.
Mommy, it's raining.
A little press.
It's raining.
For 4, 3, 2. Hold right there. Push the knees out.
It's raining.
Out. Because we were really trying to press. Is it raining? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold there. We lift the knee up, up. Brace in the belly. So we're going to stay in that squat and draw up, up. Utilizing the abs to lift, lift, up. Pull, pull, reach, reach. For 4, 3, 2, out the squat. We'll squat, lift, squat, press. Alternate that movement, and then lift, squat. Still going to engage really strongly into my abdominals so I don't sink into my low back. And so I can use my abdominals to pull. Think of this pull every time we lift. Let's do 2 more each side. 1 more. And then just hold here. Hold. Draw that knee up. We're going to tap, lift, tap, lift. Using your abs here. Pull up. Think of almost, if you lay on your back, you do this reverse curl. I'm gonna lift and work the low belly. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold there, extend the leg out. We'll tap and lift here. Tap and lift. So doing a lot of work just in this parallel hip squared position. I realized this week we're doing a ton of sitting, like so much more sitting to help with homework and just the fact like nobody's commuting. So finding movement where we can to really strengthen the hips. So let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then reset, other leg, lift, lift and tap, lift and tap. But especially if you have a band, having just the extra resistance to press out. And the engagement of the abs to lift. To keep the balance, to maintain height. We'll do 2. Hold right here, extend. Take that tap and lift. Tap and lift. See if you can find your balance within your hips, utilizing your glutes, utilizing your abs. So you have great posture as you stand, which will translate so wonderfully when we're sitting all week long, more than normal. So let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we'll squat. Totally realized I forgot to turn my watch on at the beginning. So let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down and hold, pulse, pulse. You got press in the glutes. See if you can squeeze them here for 4, 3, 2, hold here. We're gonna step out, in, out. So you're taking that squat, you're taking it wider. It's just gonna be this push. Try and be careful to not lean as we come out. We just step the foot out, in, and we take a little shift. Push, push. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it wide here. Pulse, pulse. So toes are still forward. And we're just gonna sink down into the glutes. Little press, little press. For 4, 3, 2, and then the other leg is gonna come in, out, in. Make sure we have that push and even the body out. Little press, push in. Find that control of the abductors and the adductors, both the inner thighs, outer thighs working to press to come back in. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come hold, pulse, little press. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, take the toes together, heels together. You can keep the band, you can lose it, it's up to you. We'll open and close to first position. So letting the toes open up to that V. So the heels stay connected. We'll do 4, 3, 2, hold here. And if you look down, you can see that V because the toes are out, the heels are in. We're gonna releve. Lift the heels up, lift the heels down. And again, see where you can engage more, to lift more, to lengthen and find your head all through the ceiling, through the crown of the head. Let's do 4, 3, 2, up and hold right here. Tiny little pulse, push, push. See if you can still keep your heels lifted without letting them touch all the way down to the floor. Little push, so super tiny, squeeze, squeeze. And you're gonna feel that even more into the calves, up and in the back of the body. 4, 3, 2, hold. Drop the heels, we'll take a plie. Open the knees, lift. So nothing changes through the upper body, it still stays tall. You still find their height. The tendency can be to want to drop the chest and stick the butt out. Trying to avoid that. It's just down, up, open, press, push, squeeze, nice and tall. So if you need to, you can even turn and look and just take a side view in your phone, your computer, whatever it is, to see how is my body here. Press and lift. Am I still tall? I know with squats we tend to hinge, but with these plies, it's finding height all the way up here. And then engaging from the heels through the inner thighs. You squeeze a little bit more. Let's do 2. And 1, add a releve. We have plie, releve. Press, lift. Heels down, up, down. You can keep arms here. You can keep them here. You can take them low. You can take them out of it completely. Press, lift, plie, reach, down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold up here. Find your balance. Relax the shoulders. Bring the arms down, up, down. So as you find this movement here, can you engage through the back? Can you squeeze the shoulders without arching, without lifting the chest, keeping the heart reaching forward? So it's just this engagement through the upper back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Just open, reach, draw down. 2, and 1. Add the plie, down, up. Can you keep the heels lifted? If not, they can come back down. You can press the heels to the floor. Or you can find this movement within your releve. Down, press, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, hold right here. Little arm circles, pulse, pulse. And relax the shoulder blades back and down. And then reverse those circles. Maybe pulsing with the legs. Maybe heels are down. Maybe the heels are up and pressing together. Reverse that circle here for 4, 3, 2, reverse it, 4, 3, 2, reverse it, 4, 3, 2, 1 more reverse, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then holding there your thumbs, squeeze back. Squeeze. You can take the arms low. If the shoulders are bothering you for any reason, squeeze. And you can take it down an inch, up an inch within the hips here. Little press, lift, down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right open here. Pulse, pulse. And then think of this squeeze in here to pull down, down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Either staying in your releve in this first position or the heels down. We're going to step out, in, out, in. So we come second, first, wider, in. Letting the heels connect. Maybe the heels are on the floor. There's a bit shift. But instead, just like we did earlier, we've opened up the hips to find that movement here. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and wide. Open up to your second. Toes right, heels are in. Pulse, pulse, pulse. So we just take in that first position and we widen it out. And we're going to drop through the hips. We're going to lift the abs here. 4, 3, 2, and then other leg comes in, out, out. Maybe we're on our balls of our feet and the heels are lifted. Maybe the heels are down. You find the movement that's going to feel best and strongest for you as we squeeze, as we press out. So you're going to really engage a little bit more into your abductors as you push out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. We're going to drop the heels down, up, up. So we stay in this second plie. So you just press, lift. Hips nice and level. Chest lifted. Chin high. For 4, 3, 2, up, and a hold right here. Press the thighs back, back. Like a little butterfly, a little flutter, a little push, push. See if you can focus in outer thigh right here. Squeeze, squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down. We're going to take a plie, lift, push, lift. So again here, just like in that first position, can we stay up nice and tall here? Instead of tipping here. All right, that's a whole different kind of squat. We're gonna come here, nice tall plie to reach, like there's a string drawing the crown of the head to the ceiling, no matter what. We can lower, move through the hips. We're gonna find that length up here. Chin parallel to the floor rather than to the chest. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Good morning, Errol. And then a hold right here. We're gonna reach your right arm, right, left, right. And add a little pulse with the hips if you want. Or just find a movement into the arms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both arms reach. Hi, Errol. Reach, pull. So almost like you're drawing this big circle, thumbs, pinkies, down and up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and hold right here. We're gonna lift the heels, down. Lift the heels, lift the arms if you want to reach thumbs up, down, lift. 4, 3, 2, up and hold right here. Find that balance. Slowly come into plie. Slowly lift, squeeze the glutes. Slowly down. Slowly up. Then drop the heels. Walk them in together. You can take the band off. Grab your weights if you have them. If not, totally okay. Lots of work without them. We're going to take the elbows back. We're just going to reach forward, forward. So it's going to feel like a little pull, little punch, pull, punch, pull. The body typically wants to swing. So we're trying to find this movement without that swing. Reach. We can come into a squat. We come down. We can hold. 4, 2, and 1. And then we're gonna reach, pull both arms. Adding a squat if you want, or just reach, pull. Think of sliding the shoulder blades back and down. Reach, down. Engaging the abs here. Press, lift. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, hold here, and then take a little tip. So you have just a slight little bend in the knees. Pull the belly button up. And then we'll come into one arm, reach. Reach in this little fly. So maybe the arm comes down or the arm holds up. And if the arm is going to hold up, then maybe focusing in on just doing one side and then doing the other. Because they're supposed to kind of hard to alternate. Reach. So as you do this, squeeze the shoulder blades, draw them back and down. And again, be so careful not to look down. That's just the tendency to go. And then we lose one through the head of the neck. So we'll do 2 and 1. Both arms lift, down. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then maybe reach the arms down. This time we'll come into a nice high row. But we'll do it 2 more. And then we'll take 3 little lifts, slowly coming up for 3, 2, 1, down, squeeze, pull, pull, down. And then see the arms can stay wide. So the elbows will eventually just come in line, wrist, shoulder, lift, lift, lift. Down, maybe at a squat, at a pull, pull, down, up, 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 down. So it's up to you with the movement through the legs, just making sure we're gonna find our best alignment. Lift, 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 down. Let's do 2, 2, 3, down, and one more, 2, 3, singles, lift, press, lift, press. So draw the shoulder blades back and down, squeeze them together every time you lift, and then slide the shoulders away from the ear. So we still stay relaxed as we engage the upper back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here, face the palms for sleep. Alternate, reach, reach. So if you want, you can go back or you can swing. And then using the work of the abs, so the whole body doesn't swing with it. As just lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both back, lift, back, lift. Pinkies, thumbs, pinkies, thumbs. So really squeeze into the triceps, the back of the arms to lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here, lift, thumbs, thumbs. So think of reaching the thumbs straight up, up, up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back, pinkies, lift, lift, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to the front, lift. 3, 2, 1, back. 3, 2, then 2, lift, up, 2, back, 2, lift, 2, back to singles, front, back, maybe hold in your squat, maybe drop another inch, squeeze, use the glutes, to hold the balance, use the abs, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide the shoulder blades back and down. Bicep curls here. We'll do 2 forward. Then we open up to the side here to open up across the chest. For 2, and 1, back to the front. Just feel the difference of these bicep curls in your body in this position, and then open up into this position. We can also come in first position to open up from the hips if you want. Open up to the side here. For 2, and 1, back to the front. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze everything you got all the way up. Very strong. I lost count, I know. And then open up to the side. It's only 8, yet I still cannot keep up. Okay, let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here. We're gonna reach, pull. Maybe a plie. Out, pull in. So squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the elbows to the ribs, out. So still that same thing, nice and tall, lifted, open, draw in. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach here. A little pulse up, up, lift, lift, lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Face the palms forward. So this time it's the thumbs. Lift, lift. So just changing the rotation of the arms, slightly change the work. Lift, lift. For 4, 3, 2 palms up again. Lift, lift, lift. Nice and steady. 4, 3, 2, thumbs, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We come down, lift, full. Rather than moving hips, shoulders, down, up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your weights down. Grab your chair. Facing your chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come in a slight little roll down all the way down to the floor first. So you come into a forward fold. Get some length through the body first. Take a breath in here. On the exhale, you'll roll up slowly, anchor through the heels. And then slowly stack the spine, one on top of the other as you come up. Inhale up. Exhale, roll halfway down. So I want you to come to your hands to your chair. So hands to the seat. You may want to step back a little bit. You're going to find some length. So your hips are over your heels instead of here, and then instead of here. So you want to find this perfect length from hip to heel, and then you just hinge from the shoulder or from the hips. Keeping the knees soft just so they don't lock. Take your back arm, thread it under. Inhale, reach the arm back, and then exhale, thread it under. So you get a little rotation here. We'll do 2 more this side. And then reset both arms, and then switch. Your front arm, inhale, exhale. Open up, maybe even peek. Focusing in on some thoracic rotation through the spine, through the rib cage. And then 1 more to open. And then come back in here, hands. So you want to come into your plank, which may mean that you'll have to step back a little bit. And maybe even coming up onto the balls of the feet, your toes, lifting the heels, if that feels good. I just want to make sure like you can still see me well enough. Okay. So lift the heels, and it's going to feel like that same thing that we just did, only from here. You're going to pull the belly button up, slowly bringing the body forward into a plank, shoulders over wrist. And then lift the belly, round a little bit through the spine to come up to press back. You can do this with the heels down. And you can come forward here. So it's fine to slow move it through plank. Also a little bit more gentle maybe, without taking the full weight of the body onto the wrists, onto the shoulders. But still creating dynamic work. So come back here. You can stay with that movement if you want. Or you can take your front leg lifted. And then still trying to draw the hip down. And it's that same move. I'm going to come forward and I'm going to tap my toe to my heel. And then I'm going to press back and lift my toe. Hinge. So the slow movement forward. So here's where we create some great control, some great length. So we'll do 2 more. And every time we come forward, peeking past the hands, maybe at the back of the chair. Take the leg up, and then this time, instead of tapping down, we'll draw the knee into the chest towards the chair. And then we'll lift and come back. And then again, draw forward here. Maybe the heel comes down, maybe it stays lifted. We'll do 2 more. One more. And then reset here. So both feet come back down, and then we'll switch legs. So the other leg lifts, try to square the hips, square the shoulders, and then come forward. Tap the toe to the heel. Pull up with your belly as you lift the hip, lift the leg. Come forward. So maybe while you're doing work from home throughout the week, you can just grab your chair, take a little break. You've been doing some of this movement to lengthen. Let's come back again, and then this time we'll switch so the knee comes into the chest. And then we'll reach up here. Basically taking Pilates off of the mat, putting it onto a chair at the moment. Trying to mimic some of the work that we do on the reformer. And then the last one. Reset in your plank. And then your tricep push-ups here, down. Elbows into the ribs. Little press. We'll do 2. And 1. Lift the belly, press back here. And then coming up facing front. Still using your chair. Coming into a side plank. You can come down here. If it just doesn't quite feel right, you can also come down all the way and bring your leg to the floor, bring your knee to the floor. You can come down to the floor all the way if you want and find that movement there. This is where it just creates a little extra challenge maybe in finding your balance. So it's just giving you options. So whatever you're going to feel safest with your shoulder alignment, if it's all the way down, go for it. If you're on the forearm, just making sure that the shoulder is aligning close here. And then that top leg, lift and tap. So we get into the obliques. And then hold up here. We tap front, back, front, back. So we create really steady work. We'll do 2, 1. And then hold right here, hold. So you're gonna open up. Try to lift the hips. Open here. Lift the hips. Or if you're on the floor, maybe you don't lift the hips, maybe you just rotate under. And then hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. I'm going to turn my chair around the other side. And then we'll do the same thing. So if you want, again, floor, depending on shoulders, if one just feels better being up, then go for it. We're going to lift, tap, lift. For 2, 1, up, hold, front, back, front, tap. Nice and steady. For 2, 1, hold there. Reach wide. We take that thread. Maybe we lift the hips, maybe not. Maybe you just take that thread. Let's do 2. And 1, and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then with your chair, if you want, or on the floor. Taking the hands, maybe to the edge. They can even turn out to grip a little bit. We're going to take tricep dips here. Drop and lift. Letting your butt be as light as possible, letting your feet stay hip distance apart. You can do this on the floor. We'll do 2 and 1. Hold here, and then lift the hips up, down, squeeze. So focus in on pushing the hips without pressing the chest, and just hold the length of the arms for 2 and 1. Hold here. If you can't, walk the legs out long. You can again do this on the floor. You can be on the floor and on your forearms if that feels better for you as well, to be down here. Just can't do that with a chair. Might be a little trickier to find movement that way. And then we'll lift one leg up. So find that steady, that balance here. The other leg can be bent if that feels better, whether on the floor or on the chair. So we'll do 2 and 1, and then we'll reset, maybe bend if you want, and switch. So giving you options to find the movement that's going to hopefully feel the best and strongest for you. Really great shoulder strength work here. So we'll do 2 and 1. Hold the length there. Little tricep, up. Little bend. A little bend through the triceps. Press, lift. For 2 and 1. Going to come down to the floor. You won't need your chair. Can you see me okay on the floor? Okay. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to draw. You can have both legs bent if you want. You can have one out if you want. We're just going to take the hand behind one thigh, not the knee, behind the thigh. And we're going to extend and bend here. So we'll do climb a tree. But getting a little length of the hamstrings. We'll do 2, 1. Hold here. Walking your hands up to your ankle. So you find this height. And maybe this is enough. See how much you can lift. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. Inhale. On the exhale, we draw the chin to the chest. We curve. We pull the belly button in. We come down. And then we'll climb up and lengthen. So you find this little curve through the spine. And then we walk back up. We'll do that one more time on this side. And then we'll switch. Taking a little paddle hand right behind the thigh. And then see how tall you can lift, how tall you can sit up. And then extend, bend. See a little more length and stretch through the back of the leg. And then one more. Walk the hand to the ankle. Lifting as tall as you can. Kind of pull the shoulder blades right back and down. Inhale. And then use exhale to curl down. And then rising back up nice and tall. Curling down. Rising up tall. And then lift. And then if you want, coming into teaser, you can shake the palms behind the thighs. You can keep the toes down. You can extend, you can lift the legs. You can extend the legs. You can let go. My hamstrings just never let me do that. My hip flexors. From that balance, cross the hands over and then over. You're going to sweep. You can keep the toes down on the floor. Try and take the heels up though, just for that little extra challenge of forcing you to lift. And then finding control in that movement. So let's do 2 more. And then hold in your teaser here. Maybe extend and tap. We'll do 2 and hold here for 8, 7. Are we shaking? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up. Exhale, come into a fold. Nice and tall. And then I'll turn to face. I'm going to cross one foot. Tuck it into the thigh. And then take a side bend here. So I'm going to lengthen all the way down. Reaching the fingers towards the thumb, or fingers towards the toes. And then opening up across the side body a little bit more. And then turn so your hands are squared on either side of the leg. And we'll draw the nose towards the knee. And then if you want, reach that front hand, your pinky finger, across towards your pinky toe to get a little bit more length across the side body here. And then coming up, the knee that is bent, take that hand behind. And you're going to press the knee, press the heel to the floor to lift. So you're going to stretch across the hip flexor and reach the hands back behind. Opening up across the armpit so you get this full length. Armpit down, across the hip to the toes. And then we'll come down and we'll switch. Tucking in, reaching. And then coming up, turning here. And then again, pinky finger to pinky toe if you want that extra stretch. And you usually find that one side's a little bit more flexible than the other. Just go with it, breathe. And then coming up, that same knee that's bent, that same hand, and we'll take that lift here. So think of this string lifting that pelvis up to the ceiling, and then reach the arm behind you. And then coming down, lifting to down dog, feet hip distance, hands shoulder width apart. Just take that stretch down the back of the legs. And walk your hands back to your feet so you come into forward fold. Roll yourself up. Roll it out. And that is class. How do we feel? Amazing.
Oh, thank you. That was great.
Thanks for joining me, seriously. Feels good to set my alarm for something that is mine and not schoolwork.
Especially
Thanks.
on a rainy day that I wouldn't otherwise maybe be out of pajamas.
I know, and last Saturday it downpoured in the morning, and then it was gorgeous after that.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Thank
it?
you so much.
Yeah, if you guys want to donate for the studio, you can. You can, if you wanted to spend with me directly, you can, and I'll pass it on to her. But
Okay, sounds good.
yeah, you don't have to. But it's just one of those, like, I thought it would be fun. It's Pilates Day, and I can't actually be with people on the machines or in a actual class. So
Thank you. I feel good.
yeah,
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank
It was
you,
awesome.
Rachel.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your day.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.